Coach, what were your big takeaways from last season? How will those affect your preparation for this year?
Well, we didn't finish the year strong last year, but I think the biggest takeaway from last year is that we were returning a good core group that kind of went through the ringer last year of the Peach Belt. A lot of young guys that kind of we threw into the fire, um, and so having that group of 6 or 7 guys come back, that'll be my largest returning class. So we were able to hit the ground running a little bit more this year, but definitely didn't finish the way we wanted to finish, and so I know the reason behind that. So we've addressed those, and so hopefully we won't have that issue again this year.
You have many returning players on the roster this year. Talk about the benefits of having players who have been with the program for a full season.
Well, in today's world with the transfer portal, having 6 or 7 guys back is again just allows you to kind of hit the ground running from the previous year when you start. But it's also it helps from a coaching standpoint because you know what you have in the summer, you know what you have going into the preseason, so you can prepare better. But also having experienced guys from a culture standpoint allows you to again start better. And instead, when you're bringing in 10, 12 people, it makes it harder to kind of establish that culture and put it in place to where guys know exactly what you want, how you want it, and then be able to apply it. So bringing back and out of the 7 guys, I think it is out of the 7, I think 5 of them played significantly. So it's exciting to have that coming back because it makes my life easier.
Are there any players or newcomers that you think will have a big impact on your team?
Yeah, we did bring in a large class to add to the 7 returners. I'll start with the returners. First one, is Tim Hall. Tim was a freshman last year, and so and he started, I think, every game for us last season. And as the season went on, you really saw his confidence grow, and his production was pretty steady through the Peach Belt. So hopefully, year 2, now that he knows what to expect, he'll have a breakout year. Justin Mondin was a backup point guard for us last year, and he'll be fighting to start for us this year. He's had a terrific summer and looks really good in the preseason. Jaquan Moore started for us last year, and I think was runner-up for freshman of the year in the league. He's back, so he'll be an important piece. And then we've signed 12 new guys, but out of the 12, there's about 5 or 6 that are really going to be kind of needle movers. And if you add those with the 6 or 7 guys that are returning, so we got a good core group of 10, 11, 12 that'll be fighting to play. So again, that's exciting for me.
The men's basketball team and GSW as a whole have done a lot of work to create a culture on campus. What are the biggest changes you have seen on campus and in town, and how have they had an impact on the team?
Well, I think one of the best things about the Americas community is they support Georgia Southwestern. The town is the school, and the school is the town, and so if you don't have one, it's hard to have the other. So we have a great community, great support there in Americas, and as each year we seem to get more and more people excited about Georgia Southwestern athletics, and now's the time. For Georgia Southwestern, now is the time to kind of get involved and be around and support, because all of our athletic programs are doing really well. I think since COVID, we've won 5 or 6 championships just as an athletic department. So again, and the community recognizes that, and they're really getting behind Georgia Southwestern and our athletic department.
Tim, talk about how your freshman year experience prepared you for this year.
Um, well, with having 1 year under my belt, that's like definitely, I feel like it gives me an advantage as far as like other players, because I know what to expect. The blood, sweat, and tears that goes into this, and I'm prepared, I feel like.
Full practices have not yet started. What are your impressions of the team so far, and what has you excited for the season?
What has me excited the most is definitely like the fact that even though it's early, we've seen like many of our teammates hit walls and like push through. So like that's definitely something exciting. That's something like reassuring to see, because I know that if I'm doing my best and pushing through my walls, then my teammates are going to do the same. Then like there's nothing really to worry about as far as like who's in front of us, because we'll go right through them.
Talk about your personal goals and what you want to see this team accomplish.
Personally, I just want to be a part of a winning program, and I know if I handle my business as far as like being the best I can on the court and off the court as well, then everything else takes care of itself. Not only being a winner on the court, but also in life. And I feel like that's just going to set me up like later on, and it'll help contribute more to the team as well.